Okay, so the last one ran pretty long. It was 27 minutes. I'm just going over books. I'm not reviewing anything or anything like that. And I'm going to try to make this one the quicker version. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Quick update to quick little updates. Number one, I'll already lose my train of thought. Number one, it's going to be hopefully tomorrow. Here, hopefully tomorrow. Knock on wood. Hopefully tomorrow there'll be a comic haul. 2 out of the 4 books came in today, and the other 2 are still. It still says coming in today by 8 p.m. USPS. It's not. It's still in New Jersey. And it's been like that for 24 hours, and it has left the facility. It was yesterday at 2:00 in the afternoon. So what's going on, guys? But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow, knock on wood. But then that'll be tomorrow's video. This is being uploaded today then, because I was gonna upload this tomorrow. So you have 3 straight days of videos, and then that'll be it for a little bit until I can get to library again, or if I get a gift card here or there. Don't know if I will. I actually get a gift card for Valentine's Day, but I doubt that's going to happen. So I'll wait till that, technically. Alright, let's get right on it. First one up is a reread. It's also an OGN. Why do I say that out loud? When I say that, like, specifically, that's an OGN, well, I'm going to be reading this all in one sitting. And it's Apocalyptic Girl and Aria for End Times. It's the second edition. It comes with more story. So technically, it's not a reread, because there's more story in this. In the first edition I got, I didn't have that, but this was such a damn good book. It's criminally underrated, author and book. He had Headlopper, if you guys don't know, and his art style is a lot different than here's a good example. It's very Mike Mignola-y. And this is the closest we're gonna get for Image Comics, at least for Headlopper to Image Comics' answer to Hellboy, and this is Dark Horse book, so which makes Hellboy. So obviously that's not their answer for Hellboy. They already have Hellboy, or own Hellboy. Oh, and Black Adam the movie, which I already had, but that's not a rewatch. I haven't seen it yet. But I always do the movie first thing, but I just did it this time around because I was too focused on getting on with it. Green Arrow Volume 1. Now I didn't like this series too much, but like with another book I'll be showing you very, very soon. Actually, a lot of these are very, very soon. I want to read. I'm gonna give a second chance to it. I liked it enough, but there's a few like little details in it that I kind of hated. This next one, and the one that was let's do that. The next one. So what was the other one I was talking about that I want to give a second chance to, because there's a few details I hated, but overall I kind of thought it was pretty good. That's Infidel by Pornsack. Yes, that's how he spells his name. See. Whoops. Nope, it's not there. They had to censor it. Oh, additional acclaim. So I want to say Mike Carey said it was good. Karen Berger said it was good. Oh my god, okay. Okay, I've got to give this a second chance. Cliff Chang, Steve Niles, Jock. The artwork, my favorite comic of all time from Image Comics, at least. Witches. Or at least my favorite Scott, or at the very least, my favorite Scott Standard book. A book that I bought myself, even though I have it, and they have it in my local library. It's 10 minutes away. It's $10, so why not? So yes, this is Pornsack Picture. It's not here. I wanted to see. That is actually how he spells his name. But yeah, this one, there was a few details I really hated about this book that derailed this book for me. And it was those few details that made the book just worse for me. It ruined it. Like, nope, it's bad. So I'm rereading it, and hopefully it'll get a lot better. Especially because I have yet to read his Good Asian series. He does have one coming out. Oh no, here's Silvercoin. Global Frequency by Warren Ellis is one that I have read 50 times, and none of those times has it been good. For me, at least. I'm hoping that 51st time I like a lot better, because Warren Ellis is a writer for me. I love his writing. The guy can write a damn good book. Transmetropolitan is among one of my favorite comics of all time. And this one, I never expected to be as good as Transmetropolitan, but it was just kind of boring, if anything. I want to give it a 51st chance, and hopefully this time I like a lot more. I like it a lot more. Hopefully. Next up, we have Sandman Volume 6, a volume that even my first time reading it, I'm like, nope, this is it, I'm done. So hopefully I don't feel the same way after reading this volume, because this is the one where they take a pause. No, they completely pause every time. Completely pause. Everything that was set up so far, because this is like prequel stuff basically. Think of it that way. It's like going back in time. There's one from like the Shakespeare times. There's like a lot of like stories that take place in the past. It's kind of like a prequel story, but what do you call it? One shots. There we go. One shots. I believe weren't like connected all that well. All that well. Cable and all that much. Cable and Deadpool Volume 6. Now this is the last volume of an issue 8 that my library has. They do not have Volume 7. I'm going to have to go to other. I'm going to have to read Volume 7 some other way. And the other way I'm going to have to do it is not one I condone, but sometimes you have to do it. You have to. I'm not spending money on just getting Volume 7, and then I also want to buy the whole entire omnibus or all the entire series, even on sale. You know? One volume, no. I'm selling the 7 Seas, maybe. But yeah, it's a book I really like too. Yeah, I like a lot more around this time around. Like with Sandman, Cable and Deadpool vastly improved the 200th time I've reread it. But even then, I'm like, no, I'm not spending money on just getting Volume 7 or getting all 8 volumes of the series in omnibus, digital, paperback, whatever. Even if it's $1, if it's $1 for all 7 volumes, maybe I'll get it. But I'll get it then. But come on, or all 8, not 7. Star Wars Volume 5, and then Dr. Aphra Volume 1. What's kind of ironic is that I'm now on the same page with both these books. There's a crossover that's coming up after this called Screaming Citadel, and I'll be on the same page with both of them. Not like I did with Star Wars and Darth Vader beforehand, but that was only because I wasn't on Star Wars. I was just reading Darth Vader, and I forgot, oh yeah, they have a crossover. And then I decided to get Star Wars again. Yeah, 2 pretty damn good books. I like these a lot. The first time I read them, I like them so far the second time around, so I'm pretty sure I'll continue to like these the second time around. Again, it's like, I don't know what people are expecting from Marvel Star Wars. No, it's not going to be as violent as it's been, but, no, what's that meant? So far, so good. Yeah, it's not going to be as violent as it was before, but, I mean, come on. Even the movies weren't as violent as it. From what I've heard, the Dark Horse comics, they had no comics code authority, were violent. Like, maybe R-rated violence, but they were pretty, like, they did not with the kid gloves. And yeah, I get it, you know, I haven't read the Dark Horse comics yet, so I get it. I can't say whether or not it's good or not, but maybe look at that next time. Because there's one epic collection that the local library has. At least one. And for the longest time, they did have it for free on Prime Reading. But that was before I was reading the Star Wars books. Even now, I still don't buy any of them. I bought some of them, but I think they were in grab bags. But that's the only exception. For me, it's just kind of like, why do that when I can just get them for free at my local library? I feel like they're always good about having Star Wars books. I mean, I ventured out for the intro loans. For the next follow-ups, I find those. And the other thing is that nowadays it's a lot like the X-Men, where there's 50 Star Wars books coming out every week. For a total of 100, because some of them don't come out this next week, but there's 100 Star Wars books in total, and they all talk to one another. There's 200 X-Men books. Again, like I said in my overview of the Marvel books, the Marvel previews, there is now more Krakoan era X-Men comics than there was for Chris Claremont. That is bad. When you just think about that. Like, moment of silence to that. Next one up is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4. There's no excuse you can give me that will make sense that there needs to be more Krakoan era X-Men comics than Chris Claremont's entire run on X-Men in total. I imagine, at least, but in total. That is insane. I swear the guy has written at least one issue for every X-Men book ever made. That is bad. That you're telling me there's more Krakoan era X-Men comics than Chris Claremont. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. You want to know why I'm so critical I don't get any X-Men comics, at least the modern version of Krakoan era books? That's why. I don't care how good it gets. I don't care if they bring in all my favorite writers and bring back some from the dead. I'm not getting into X-Men again unless it's like X-Men Legends. X-Men Legends is the only exception. That's a standalone series. You only had to get that if you want to. All the other X-Men books talk to one another. Maybe even Deadpool. Anyways, Volume 4, you already saw it, Guardians of the Galaxy Grounded. This one, that almost didn't come in. It was weird. It was pending for the longest time. They just didn't see it. But yeah, I like the series a lot. Because that one didn't talk to 5,000 other books. Yeah, there's a bunch of Guardians books coming out, but it didn't all talk to one another, for the most part. And maybe I could just check in. I don't know, even that. I'm too far behind. The Avengers Under Siege Epic Collection, the thickest book I got thus far. And what's funny about that is this was one of the only times I feel, at least in a long time, I was able to fit everything inside the bag no problem. Like I didn't have to put them. I had to put them on the side, obviously, but I didn't have to like squeeze them here and like to zip it up the thing. No, it was perfectly fine. That's how I want it, and it was still the same amount of books too, as it's always been. Technically more with the movie. It was 28 actually. No, 27. That's why I did like, oh my god, oh shit moment, but no, that's because I've lost one book. I mentioned that this cut. It's an Image book, and what sucks was it was an Image book. I have an Image kick, and it was a new book. It was a new series. It's Rocket Girl Volume 1. For those who wanted to know, it didn't come in from the library. I had to wait until whenever it comes in because it's lost. If I didn't mention already, it got lost. They brought it to a different library. Different library has it now. And they're just waiting to get it back from that library. So that they pick it up and bring it back. But anyways, Under Siege, the not late great, but the great, it's just saying great in by itself sounds weird, but the great Roger Stern's X-Men Avengers run. Yeah, it's at the end, but it's still, you can read this just fine. It's not too confusing. For those of you, it was one of my favorite. It was my first Roger Stern Avengers book. I'm on X-Men right now, but yeah. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, it's the last one. But again, see, that's why we need a Roger Stern Avengers omnibus. I keep wanting to say X-Men. I have X-Men on the mind, obviously. Next one up is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, a pretty underrated comic, overhated comic. I want to reread again. Next up will be Secret Wars. Apparently, that's the way they were supposed to go. If you go by this, if you're going by this, and Back in Black after that. Okay. I thought it was a trilogy. It was like I actually think it's Deadpool Kills Deadpool next. Stupid fucking Instagram. I'm so sick of Instagram giving me notifications. This past one was good. It was someone I'm following made a post. That's awesome. But sometimes it'll be like, this person that did you know there's other people on Instagram besides the ones you follow? Did you know that? 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 Did you know that right there would probably annoy the hell out of you. That's what it's like for me on Instagram. I don't mind if it's, oh, this guy should have posted. Oh, cool, let's check it out. No, I'm not going to check out this random person I know. Okay, good. Awesome. These people know these people. I'm not going to, it's just like, why? No. Come on. And they do it at 2 o'clock sometimes, too. It annoys the hell out of me. It's like, oh, this person you might know is on Instagram. It's like, okay, cool. Why'd you need to tell me that? I get some people want to know, but and there's no way to shut it off, too. It was customized, what should I call it? God, what do you call it? It's customized. Come on, spit it out. Customized notifications. Alright, I'm getting so sidetracked. It's like doing it live. Exactly doing it live. Alright, next one up is Storm by Eric Jerome Dickey. I was cycling through my Kindle comics my Kindle app, and I was like, oh yeah, Storm is a great pack series. There's also this one by Eric Jerome Dickey, who writes novels, but he writes graphic novels now. And English just for this, honestly. It reads like a book. It's a graphic novel, has pictures, but it reads like a book. It's very wordy. Next one up is Teen Titans Volume 1. This is the first time holding the physical book in my hands, because for the longest time they had Volume 1 at my, not at my local library, on Prime Reading for free. They don't know more. It was weird. I swear to God, they had that for 5 years straight. And also, yes, a reread. So I'll tell you when the rereads are done. I swear to God, the rereads are like 14 per week at least. And this week's only 15, and it's out of 27. It's out of 25. I swear to God, it's more. Anyways, Seven Soldiers of Victory by Grant Morrison. Really dug this series. It was more of a more or less a. Actually, it was an anthology series, but I really liked it. Magneto Volume 3, Shadow Games. One more in this run. This criminally underrated Magneto run. You can read this just as by himself. You can pick up Magneto Volume 1 as one of your, not your first X-Men book, but like, casual X-Men fan can pick this up and they don't have to read anything before it too much or after it, really. They can just read this. It's a criminally underrated Magneto run. Check this run out. It's only 4 volumes. It's a great Colin Bunn. See, it sounds weird. I'm not saying late grade. Because I know late means dead, deceased. They're not. And I don't think even Roger Stern is deceased yet. Superman Red and Blue. I wonder how much I'll date myself out saying that about Roger Stern. But anyways, Superman Red and Blue. I pretty much got this with Brandon Thomas. I'm staying for the. I bought it for the Brandon Thomas. Oh my God, I got it for the Brandon Thomas. I'm coming for the Brandon Thomas. I came for the Brandon Thomas story. I'm staying for all the others. But I do have to read John Ridley book again. Because I don't remember what Brandon Thomas did for here. But yeah, I gotta read that Brandon Thomas one again. And the Brandon Thomas one again. I gotta read that John Ridley one again. It was terrible. The John Ridley one, that was terrible. The Brandon Thomas one, I don't remember. At all, really. Wolverine in the Civil War book. I liked it a lot the first time, but I thought it was just okay. And now that I'm rereading the Civil War event, I want to read this again too. And there's a Civil War 2 tie-in I may check out next time. Wonder Woman Volume 4, War. I kind of should, because for Civil War 2, before I forget what happened, completely forget what happened in Civil War 2. It's basically like Civil War Frontline, how that was tying into each issue. They're doing the same thing for this. And it's one of those things where, yeah, I'm not going to forget a lot of what happens in it, but some details I won't forget. I don't want to forget too much, But yeah, Wonder Woman Volume 4, War. 2 more of these, then we're on to ones I haven't read yet. I know they have them. At least I hope they actually do. The Meredith Finch run. But this is, again, a criminally underrated run. Everyone hates it because they change too much. Just get over it. Honestly. I'm sick and tired of people being like, "Urgh." And that was the last reread, by the way. So the next, like, however many, here, we'll count. The next, actually, wait, no. This is the last reread. This is not a library book. This is a book I own. But I want to get Volume 5, but I have my local library, the first 4 myself, of Ms. Marvel. So this is my own myself. And Volume 3, not 4. Did I say 4? It's Volume 3. I did end up reading Volume 2. You'll get that review along with Volume 3 next time. Or maybe this tonight. I can't do this time. We're already 18 minutes in. Alright. So yeah, that for that. Then these are all, so the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next 7 are new ones. Wait, no, sorry, next 8. Next 8, not 7. So this is Domovoy. It's an OGN. So I'll be reading this tonight. It's for OGNs, because it's all in one. I read it all in one sitting. And today I don't have much time to read my books. I would well tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have time tomorrow than today. But when I have more time to read, and I think I have more time to read at least, I like to have the whole day to read them. And having an OGN in a way, even if it's like 50 pages, is like, nope, I'm gonna read right now. I know it's a really weird thing of mine, but there you go. This next one. Okay, let me explain. No way. There's no way I can explain this that isn't gonna make isn't. Ugh. Okay, I got it because I wanted to see. I kind of have this thing where, like, I don't always check out books that I'm going to like. Sometimes I want to branch out. This book has been at my local library for 5 years. Like ever since I've started going to the library regularly, this has been there. At least started getting graphic novels. That's been there, and I'm not buying it. And I'm like, okay, I should probably get this. Let's check it out. I don't think I'm gonna like it. It's probably gonna end up being the one I have in a bad section, or maybe an ugly section when I bring the comics. But hey, well, we shall see. They're Not Like Us, Volume 1. This one looked interesting. Along with this one, Genius, Volume 1. And All the Normal, Volume 1. All from Image Comics. None of these I looked up too much. Homestruck too, but these ones especially, I didn't look up their plot synopsis. I'm like, let's go in blind. Let's go blind. Let's go in completely blind. I like doing that with books. Especially ones that get for free anyways. Then we got Batman, Joker, Asylum. And the final two is House of Penance by Peter J. Tomasi and Robotech by Brian Wood. As I pretty much got because of the author. And that, as they say, is that. What time is it right now? It's 4 o'clock. Probably shouldn't have my candy now. I got candy on the way back home. And I'm like, should I eat it now? I probably shouldn't. 21 minutes. I hope it's not. You know what? It's a Simpsons episode. Now I don't like making these videos too long, especially when I'm just going over library books. Like how does that take 20 minutes to do? Because I prattle on a lot, yes, but I was doing it in between. It wasn't as bad as the last one was. Well, it's only 6 minutes less, so I'm gonna upload this cut anyways because this was the better cut. That's it.